Skirt. Well, that sucked. Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it a lot. It didn't actually suck.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was definitely, it was completely different than the book. Like,
yeah, there was a lot of different. The mood was the same, and the general structure was the same, but they changed enough of it where it was. Good things though.
Right.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh my God, resident Ready Player One expert Mike Vandenhall.
Hi guys.
What did you think, Mike?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
There are a lot of differences.
There are a lot of differences.
But
Okay, so like obviously the three of us read the book, so we want to talk about that. But first, like just as the movie itself, was it awesome?
I wouldn't go so far as to say awesome, but I'll say quite a bit of fun and a good movie overall.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, without the book, I definitely would like it, but I'm a little nerdier that way too, so. Like, my sister went to it, and she said she liked it, but she's like a video game person and all, so that, to her, it wasn't great. But
Yeah.
I still thought it was really good.
I did. I was fully in. I thought it was awesome.
Music, of course, was great.
The music was dope. Like, there's so much of it there. I mean, the whole thing's about Easter eggs, so like, there's so much little crap in there. If you picked up on some of the little things, it made it so much more fun to watch. Like all the Shining jokes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super familiar with the Shining. You haven't, I don't think, seen or read the book.
No, but I mean, I know.
You know some of the iconic shots at least. So like, if you're aware of what's about to happen in The
I kept
Shining,
telling Courtney all the things.
yeah, that scene was hilarious with H running around in there.
Yeah, that was quite a bit of fun seeing all the stuff. I mean, there was so many things. Like, during that scene where there's all the things going on.
Saw Spawn. And
Yeah, Spawn. Like, there's so many little, just quick snippets that you'd have to like pause this movie to go back. It's definitely a rewatchable movie. It's something I want to see again just for that aspect.
Well, and someone is going to find all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to be the one to do that. But I thought that what was nice about it was it's very normal. Like, you see Master Chief go by and you're like, no, there goes Master Chief. You know, they don't like pause on anyone and have you be like, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
It's this guy from The Thing.
I rock.
I rock. Jeez. I think though, like, if you strip away all of the nerdy extra stuff that was extra fun and whatever, I wasn't super blown away by like the plot.
Right.
It was pretty average.
The love story went pretty quick.
The love story was really fast, and there was a lot of coincidence in the plot. And I get that you have to move it along, and you can't have all the depth of the movie. But I think if you or of the book, but just looking at the movie, if you strip away all the extra fun crap about it, not great. Structurally, the acting wasn't super great.
Yeah.
Where I think it made up for it, though, well, like I said, was all the fun Easter eggs, and the visuals were awesome.
Yeah, it was great CGI. Some of the best CGI I've seen in a while, actually, because it never felt too unreal. You know.
You really have to nail, because it's clearly a cartoon or a video game, I guess. They're not trying to look like people, you know, but so they're far enough away from people that it doesn't throw you off. It's not like aging makeup where it is super confusing to your brain. So they really nailed the amount of realism versus the amount of not realism, I thought.
Something I also thought was pretty impressive was when they did intertwine the CGI with the real life, like when Holiday's interacting with Parzival and that type of thing. That was really good. You don't see that work very often, but that really worked for me.
What was a pro for you, Mike?
Pro?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we kind of touched on it, but the movie scene, just because, you know, all the gates are like reenacting movies in the book, so I was just happy they actually did that to some degree. I mean, they didn't have to act out the part, and I thought they could have actually done that, but I still liked that they tried to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Then for the final key, actually needing to play adventure and explaining all of the Easter egg part, I like that they actually took the time to do that.
Yeah, it was hard not to, and I tried going, like, I was in a mindset of going in not thinking about the book.
It's all.
But it was hard not to, because like from step one, it was different, and I was like, well, this would have been really cool to see on screen, and then it didn't happen, you know. So that was kind of tough.
Yeah.
But I don't think it took away my complete enjoyment of the movie, because like I said, I liked the movie. I just think it could have been better. I think that's probably where maybe I'm not as blown away.
Yeah. I think I was lucky to be in a mood where I was able to kind of let that go.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times I am super unforgiving about that kind of stuff, but I don't know, for whatever reason tonight I was like, whatever. I don't really care so much about the book tonight. I just want to enjoy the movie.
Right.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I liked IROC as a character.
Yeah.
Taking him from just this little douchebag school kid into an actual, well, somewhat villain, but still an idiot. Someone you can laugh at.
Right.
But a lot of humor.
And such a nerd, too.
Yeah.
Like, that was the fun. He's like the badass.
Who is it? I knew the voice.
T.J. Miller.
Okay. I knew the voice.
He's the guy in Deadpool.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's like a 6-foot-tall goblin who is a hitman. And then he's like, yeah, man, like, my neck really hurts. Like, I thought that joke was actually pretty funny. I bet you were thinking about how you could rub it and make it feel better. Yeah. Okay, so what didn't we like? What was a con?
I mean, like you said, I think some of the performances weren't great. I didn't really like Artemis that much. Nor did I really like Wade that much either. They were fine, but they were better when they weren't on screen. When they were in the
inside.
When they were in the Oasis, they were 10 times better.
Is there anything you didn't like?
Like you said, a lot of coincidences. Like 3 or 4 of them show up at the end. I mean, you know, like Artemis told us to come. We're here.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and then all the lawyers and Ogden Morrow shows up all of a sudden right at the end. Everyone's in the stacks by chance. Okay, that works well.
Yeah. They just run into Artemis on the street.
Yeah. And again, like the love story part of it just really got to me the whole time. They jump right into it. They barely know each other. That took months and months in the book.
Yeah.
I think they tried for a lot of like big emotional moments that I don't think were very earned.
Yeah.
Like the whole big kiss at the end, I don't think was very earned. A lot of the stuff where they were really talking about Halliday's values of like just playing and not wanting to monetize seemed a little like dorky, like a little too much that way. And something about it seemed just like fake to me. I don't know. Though that whole thing, I don't think they built up enough. And so when it paid off, like at the end when he's saying like, oh, it's just about playing the game, I didn't feel like I agreed with him. I felt like he was a douche.
Yeah.
You know? Well,
I liked Halliday though. I liked his character.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job.
yeah.
I liked that one of his last lines was thanks for playing my game. That was a big one from the book too. So.
Yeah. I do wish there would have been more of Simon Pegg as Morrow too, because he does play a bigger role in the book. And I like Simon Pegg quite a bit. So it seems to me kind of like how the book did a little bit. I think this is setting up for another movie.
Leaving it open, clearly.
Yeah. With the whole button thing, and then just kind of them all being together. You know,
And the tease of, is Halliday really dead?
Yeah, that's true.
I will say though, to your point about Og, I did really like the reveal of him being the curator.
That was kind of.
I thought that was cool.
That was cool. I like that. I still prefer how he is in the book, but he plays a bigger role in that. It just seems like this is actually pretty scaled down compared to the book.
Yeah.
The book is like this big, huge adventure, and this didn't have an adventure vibe. It was just a series of events that kind of like coincidences.
Yeah.
You know,
One key after the other.
Yeah.
Right. So let's dive into the book stuff. But first, like generally speaking, movie specifically, just the movie, forget the book. Plot, okay. Performances, okay. Saves itself with the sweet ass visuals and the fun songs, Easter eggs, just the whole party atmosphere of it. Am I missing anything else?
That's about it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. I agree with what you're saying about it. It's like a watered down version of the book. None of it was as anything right? So like the violence wasn't as violent. The party times weren't as party time. The love scenes weren't as lovey, and the stakes weren't there. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, like in the book, is it Daito that dies?
Yeah, is it?
They throw him off his balcony.
Yeah, so Daito dies, and he lives in the movie, but in the movie, he's like this badass, like karate kid, and in the book, he's like, when he dies, that's kind of like when it's like...
It gets real.
Yeah.
Why did they change Shoto's name?
Yeah, from Shoto to Sho.
I think that they think we're stupid. I think they thought people were going to get confused by having them both be To.
Yeah.
That was, I was like, why Shoto? And then that occurred to me, and I was like, oh, like you wouldn't name two guys Tim and Jim in the same movie just because it's confusing.
Right. Yeah, so... I did like him a lot, though, Sho.
Yeah.
I liked that he was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't remember whether or not he was a kid in the book. He was?
Yeah.
I did like that.
I don't know how old.
Yeah, he was younger than that.
So Mike, what did you like or not that they changed? Was there anything that sticks out?
Change?
Yeah.
Again, IROC. That's the main thing.
That you liked or didn't?
That I did like.
Okay.
Yeah. In the book, he's not very important. He just kind of, lets the cat out of the bag one time kind of thing, but it's made him a funny extra character, so I enjoyed it. That's really all I can think of that I liked. I mean, they threw in the Iron Giant. That's not in the book, but I like the Iron Giant.
Yeah, that was cool.
A lot of those things, I guess, aren't in the book, but
I think in the book it's all 80s stuff, right? And then in this they changed it to just really super general pop culture stuff, which I liked. I didn't think I was gonna like that, but I ended up liking it.
it's more relatable for even like Courtney. got
For
a lot of
everybody.
references. She
Yeah.
doesn't know
Like
anything.
everyone knows the Iron Giant. No one would have known if it had been the leopard robot from
Right.
Spider-Man.
Leopard.
Yeah.
Oh, but man, Spider-Man would have been great.
Yeah. So I understood all the changes.
And even like with the first key, playing Joust. I like that they mentioned Joust later on, but I mean, just watching them stand there playing Joust for a while probably would have made for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was disappointed that, and I know they replaced it with The Shining, but the War Games thing was really cool in the book, where they
I want to see Monty Python.
when they did the whole movie.
Monty Python would have been great.
But and again, I understand those changes, but it I don't know, just the book, it felt like more an adventure, and I think this is where Ready Player One would benefit way more from a TV show, a Netflix series. Or if you stand there and watch them play video games, they can do it in a way that's compelling in TV and not in a movie theater.
Right. Generally, it just, again, I understood why they made all the changes, but there were some things in the book that hit so much harder just because of the length. When he has that conversation, Seth and I talk about this all the time. When he has that conversation with Sorrento right before he blows up the stacks, and right before he blows up the stacks, he says I think he says sit down, Wade.
Yeah.
And that's when you find out he knows who he is and he knows all of that. And I don't think that scene landed as well.
No, it didn't. I actually remember that seeing the movie. I was like, because he says Wade, and that's when Wade quickly realizes that didn't have an impact at all.
And they made it seem super easy to figure out who Wade was. Whereas in the book, he
Yeah.
hides it really well, and they have to get it from the school administrator.
Yeah.
Bribing it.
Yeah, you never get that rags to riches story in the movie.
And the story that goes along with that is how it goes to his head and everything, and then he ends up having that breakup part, that whole middle part of him and Artemis' relationship where they
Not even
earn
in
the
there.
kiss in the book.
Yeah.
They kind of took out, again, understand it for time, but it would have been cool to see that. There are some definite issues with this movie, it's never going to win an Oscar, so but you can't really judge it on that level. But the level on which you can judge it is it was entertaining, it was loud and stupid and fun, and
It was fun.
and it was really enjoyable, I thought.
Yeah. No, it went by fast. For 2.5 hours, it went by fast. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's just not the book. And I think they could still do, I don't think they could do a better movie version. I think they could definitely do a better TV version.
Do you guys think that a person, and we'll have to ask Courtney actually, do you think a person who didn't read it would like it more than us who did.
I think Jared did.
Yeah.
So
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Even like The Martian. That's another example. I loved
And that's an
that
awesome
book.
movie.
And the movie was great. And I was like, yeah, I would have liked it more had I not read the goddamn book. But
yeah.
I should have waited.
What are you gonna do?
Also, he Ted Mosby'd her. I just remembered. He said, I love you within like
Oh,
10 minutes.
yeah. Which is, that's another scene where it's like a huge deal in the book, and then their breakup is a big deal, but it was on
supposed
there.
to be Og's birthday party. And
Yeah.
I mean, they still included it, but I did kind of like how they, the clues were different, but like they found different ways to incorporate them into the dance club. It all made sense. We're like, yeah, something's gonna happen. Nothing happened. But.
It was like where they would change something, and then they'd be like, sorry nerds, let me give you like a crumb back. You know, so it's like, you don't get the big scene at Og's birthday, but here's what you do get.
Well, Ernest Cline did co-write this, so.
Yeah. So they put in all the quarter was the huge, and the cataclysm, that whole thing. They put in enough of the things that you were expecting to see, but then they changed enough to kind of keep you on your toes, which I appreciated on the one hand, but again, you don't get things exactly how you wanted. But I don't know. Well, Mike, you get the last word. What do you think?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. Go see it. It's worth it. I'll go again probably. It's in Old Wine.
Yeah.
$5.
I'll go again.
Balls.
You going again?
So.
Balls.
4K Blu-ray purchase?
Oh, definitely. Balls is the last word.
Balls is the last word.